Hello everyone, welcome back to the second episode of Sundays with Sierra. Today's episode is all about how to maintain your goals and resolutions throughout the new year. I have a 5-step plan that will help you get to where you want to be by the end of the year. Step number 1, ask yourself, where do you want to be by the end of the year? What do you want to be doing? Who do you want to become? What are your goals, and are they leading you in the right direction that will help you out later? Do your current goals that you have set align with where you want to be by the end of the year? Are they helping or hurting your future? Once you've done that, you can see if you need to make any changes or what you need to adjust in order to make sure that the goals that you are setting for this new year will actually help you become successful and achieve all of the things that you want to achieve. Step number 2, notice the habits and tasks that take up your free time. And then you want to ask yourself, are those habits and tasks and things that I'm doing productive? Are they supporting my journey, or are they just wasting my time? And you'll find that you probably are wasting your time a little bit and not maximizing your time, like I mentioned in my last podcast episode. Once you notice what is taking away your time, you can plan to replace those activities and tasks. And a good example of that would be scrolling on your phone, or that's really my main example. It's just scrolling on your phone. That is a big thing that will take your time away, and it's just not beneficial to you. It's not going to get you anywhere. You can scroll on your phone and see, oh, this is what I want to do, but if you keep scrolling on your phone, you're never going to do what you want to do. That's something that I kind of had to learn the hard way, because I was like, oh, I want to do all these things, and I didn't, because I was just, I'd see a video that inspired me, and I'd be like, oh, let's do it. And I just keep going on my phone. That's not really getting you anywhere at all. So, replace the activities that are not helping you with activities and planning that will help you. Step number 3 is to make a plan of how you're going to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. And you need to get specific. They cannot just be general things. For example, if your goal is to become more educated and learn more, you can't just say that your plan is to read more. Your plan needs to be, oh, I'm going to read this book 2 nights a week for 30 minutes, or 1 chapter a day until I finish the book. It needs to be specific, or else you're going to forget about it, you're not going to do it, it's just going to be in the back of your mind like, oh, now I have to read more, but what does that mean? I suggest writing this out or typing it up, putting it all in one collective place, because you're probably going to have more than one goal you want to achieve, and if you have a daily task that you're going to do to meet said goal, write it down in your calendar, write it down in your agenda, in your phone, set a reminder, something, so that you remember, because it's not a part of your routine just yet. With this, you also have to understand that you're going to make a goal, you're going to set a plan, you're going to do all the things, but life is going to get in the way, and you're not going to be able to do everything all the time. Last night, for example, I was studying, and then I had practice, and I came home, and my goal is also to read. That's why I use that as an example. The book I'm reading right now is called The Psychology of Money, and my goal is to read 1 chapter a day. I'm already a chapter behind just because I had a midterm today, so I needed to study and prepare for that. And the moral of the story is that life happens, so you're not always going to be 100% on top of it, especially when it's not in your routine yet. This is a very fresh goal, like this week. So I'm not used to allotting time in my schedule to read, because I grew out of that habit and I'm trying to get back into it. So it really just, you have to understand that life will get in the way, and that's okay. And as long as you keep going, even when the little things throw you off, you'll be good. You'll be fine. You have to learn how to cope with the little challenges life will throw at you, and you'll move forward and everything will work out the way it's supposed to. as long as you're still putting in the effort to catch up. For example, today am going to catch up on the chapter I missed, and then tonight before bed I'll read the chapter that I told myself I wanted to read. Step number 4 is to stay disciplined. You are not always going to be motivated to do the things you got to do to get to where you want to be. You're going to be tired, and you're going to just not want to do it because, like I said earlier, it's not in your routine yet, and you have to stick with your habits, your new habits, and make sure you don't resort to the old ones, because over time, as you continue and stay consistent and keep up with all of the things, all of your goals and your plan, it will become a part of your routine to the point where it's no longer something you have to consciously say, oh, well, let me do this next. It'll be a part of your routine. Just like how you brush your teeth before you go to bed. The thing that is going to help you put this into your routine is breaking down your plan into your steps. From step 3, breaking down your plan into little parts that are easier to obtain and maintain will help you with your routine and your consistency. It'll just become more natural and less forced over time. So if you're reading or if you want to work out, these are just very cliche examples of goals for a new year, but they are still beneficial and they're not as specific to any person, but it's still a goal. With anything, you're gonna need to become consistent and have that self-discipline, and don't rely on your motivation, because your motivation is gonna wear out after a little bit. You're gonna be high off of the new year energy. You're gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna do it, and then things will settle out and you'll be put back into reality where you actually have to do the work, and you have to do the work to get to where you want to be. Step number 5 is to check in with yourself. This also goes along with the discipline. So if you're sticking with your routine and all of your goals and all the little tasks you set for yourself, you need to make sure that you don't fall out of them too easily. Because yes, it can become your routine, but it can just as quickly become your routine to not add in or keep those extra tasks. You can fall out of your routine just as quickly as you can create a new one. So check in with yourself, whether that be every week or every 2 weeks or every month, every couple days, whatever, and just kind of assess how you're doing. Are you following the things? Are you following your plan that you made for yourself? Are you drifting away from it? What can you do to recenter and regroup to focus in on those goals? Or if you're doing well, you say, okay, this is what I need to keep on doing. This is how I can continue moving forward and moving towards the end product. That is the end of today's podcast. I know it's a little short, but I figured a few steps to help with your goals for the new year might be helpful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love ya.